Meeting an ex alone can be a dangerous trap. At first, he acts sweet, pretending he's still deeply in love. He uses old promises to play with her heart, making her believe nothing has changed. But as time goes by, his true colors start to show. Whether she fights back or tries to escape, the outcome is always tragic. Take Han Seol-ah, for example. She's not only disarmed, but when her ex-boyfriend goes out to check on a power outage, she panics and tries to escape. But as soon as she runs out of the mansion, she finds her ex collapsed in a pool of blood. She even tries to stop the bleeding, but gets blood splattered all over her face. Just then, the police arrive. She is immediately framed as the killer because her fingerprints are already on the murder weapon. Seeing Han Seol-ah get arrested, her current boyfriend, Cha Woo-seok, is both relieved and worried, relieved that his girlfriend didn't cheat on him, worried about how to prove her innocence. Soon after, the police interrogate her all night, but no matter how much they pressure her, Han Seol-ah maintains her right to remain silent, insisting on waiting for the company lawyer. But little does she know, her boss isn't concerned about her safety at all. She's only worried that the owner of the main piece, Han Seol-ah's ex, Baek Jun-beom, means the main artwork can no longer be auctioned. After a discussion, they decide to find a replacement and completely cut ties with Han Seol-ah. It's the only way to minimize the damage. So, the first thing the lawyer does is to give her a resignation letter, forcing her to sign it to get legal help. But Han Seol-ah knows that once she signs the letter, the company will abandon her completely. So, she makes a counteroffer. She'll resign after being proven innocent, in exchange for legal help now. Meanwhile, Cha Woo-seok returns to the crime scene. He knows that to save Han Seol-ah, he needs to find proof that a third person was at the scene. But the police have already searched the area and found no trace of a third person. Then, Cha Woo-seok thinks of a crucial point. How did the third person leave the scene? The nearby woods is the most likely escape route. So, after a night of searching, he finally discovers a bloody handprint on a tree. The killer probably slipped on the freshly watered soil and lost their balance, leaving the mark. Now, they just need to prove the blood belongs to the victim, Baek Jun-beom. Han Seol-ah can avoid being charged as the primary suspect. Although she's still a murder suspect, at least she can be released on bail. The test results come back quickly. The blood is indeed from Baek Jun-beom. But even though Han Seol-ah is out of the station, she still loses her job. Chairman Kim of the company acts deeply saddened. She sympathizes with her for being wrongly accused, while also telling her to hand over her work quickly. She even has a successor for her position already trained and prepared, leaving Han Seol-ah with no escape. But Han Seol-ah won't go down without a fight, because she came to work here with another goal to get revenge on Chairman Kim, and this is her chance for revenge. It turns out, the one who drove Han Seol-ah's father to his death wasn't a loan shark, but Chairman Kim herself. Years ago, Chairman Kim used the excuse that she couldn't use real paintings in an exhibition, so she hired her father to create forgeries for a very low price. Then, after the real paintings were auctioned, she swapped them with the forgeries and staged accidents during their transport. This way, she scammed insurance money equal to the auction price and could also sell the real paintings on the black market, profiting a second time. But when her father discovered her scheme, he refused to paint any more forgeries. So Chairman Kim claimed a breach of contract and forced her father to pay a massive penalty. This ultimately drove her father to a dead end. Now, after years of investigation, Han Seol-ah understands Chairman Kim's entire criminal network. But she lacks the most critical piece of evidence, the real paintings that were supposedly destroyed in the accidents. Time is running out. She has to risk getting caught by investigating the properties registered under Chairman Kim's proxies, but she has no idea that Cha Woo-seok has been investigating his sister's death. Yesterday, he received a tip from an informant, which included a specific house that happened to be a proxy property for Chairman Kim. So, when Cha Woo-seok arrives to investigate and is almost caught by the culprit who returns, someone suddenly pulls him out of the elevator, and that person is Han Seol-ah, who is also there investigating. This girl's brother had just become a police officer when she died in a car accident while out with her boyfriend. But the boyfriend in the driver's seat was unharmed, and sleeping pills were found in his sister's system. Even worse, 3 months prior, the boyfriend took out a large life insurance policy on his sister. The beneficiary was the boyfriend, Joo Hyun-soo. But this seemingly obvious case of murder for insurance fraud was ultimately dismissed for lack of evidence, resulting in only a 1-year suspended sentence. Enraged, her brother attacked Joo Hyun-soo in court and was consequently stripped of his police badge. Since then, he's worked in the insurance industry, punishing insurance fraudsters and searching for clues about Joo Hyun-soo's crimes. Until today, when he saw a claim for a burned artwork, his hands couldn't help but tremble, because this scene was nearly identical to his sister's accident. It also occurred near a mountain pass. A truck also crashed into a fixed structure, and once again, only the passenger seat was severely damaged. The only difference is this time, it was a valuable painting that burned. Coincidentally, when he went to check Joo Hyun-soo's new residence, he found numerous painting covers in the basement. But just as he was preparing to break in, he ran into Joo Hyun-soo coming home. Luckily, Han Seol-ah pulled him away just in time to avoid being seen. Why are you here? But after Baek Jun-beom was killed, Han Seol-ah had been keeping her distance from him. After all, another man had died because of her, and she didn't want Cha Woo-suk to be next. Plus, her termination from the company was imminent. She needed to expose Chairman Kim's crimes before leaving and had no time for a relationship. But things rarely go according to plan. Cha Woo-suk had just gotten back to the office when he received the life insurance claim for Baek Jun-beom, and the beneficiary was Han Seol-ah. This time, there was even a will. All of Baek Jun-beom's artworks, including the painting intended as the main auction item, all belonged to Han Seol-ah. At the same time, Baek Jun-beom's personal lawyer approached Han Seol-ah to inform her of the will's contents. Upon hearing this, Han Seol-ah was stunned. Not to mention the other works, the main auction piece alone was worth over 15 billion won. But instead of celebrating becoming a billionaire, Han Seol-ah was terrified of being framed for murder and insurance fraud. Sure enough, after the police learned about the will, their investigation once again focused on Han Seol-ah. They didn't realize that their focus on Han Seol-ah was why the case of Kim Yoon-ji's fall from a building, Cha Woo-suk's sister's accident, and the Baek Jun-beom case had all stalled with no progress. Since Cha Woo-suk was handling Baek Jun-beom's insurance policy, Han Seol-ah had no choice but to meet him again. But Chairman Kim saw them walking into the meeting room together. Go on, ask me. Ask me if I knew about this beforehand. Clearly, Han Seol-ah had her defenses up. Being constantly suspected of murder for insurance money, this was her only way to protect herself. But with just one sentence, Cha Woo-suk managed to break down her defenses. I came because I missed you. With the tension gone, their conversation became much smoother. After exchanging information, they both confirmed that Ju Hyun-soo is Chairman Kim's henchman. The swapped valuable paintings are probably in Chairman Kim's secret room. Sure enough, Chairman Kim is with Ju Hyun-soo at that moment. But there's a third chair at the scene. Although the director doesn't show this person's face, their outfit makes it easy to recognize them. It's Han Seol-ah's best friend, the royal auction house photographer, Do Eun-hyuk. While the three of them are dining, Han Seol-ah plants a tracking device under Chairman Kim's car. Then, when Chairman Kim leaves the company, Cha Woo-suk's team will track her movements. Meanwhile, Han Seol-ah will break into Chairman Kim's secret room. Through the body camera on Han Seol-ah, they can not only record evidence in the secret room, but Cha Woo-suk can also provide support as needed. As her trusted right hand for over 10 years, Han Seol-ah not only knows the location of the secret room, it's behind the food cart next to the kitchen, but she also knows Chairman Kim's go-to password, the auction house's founding date. So, everything goes smoothly before she enters the room. But when Han Seol-ah gets inside and the door closes automatically, things quickly start to go wrong. First, the camera signal is blocked by the secret room. Then, Chairman Kim suddenly gets a text alert that the secret room has been opened. At first, she assumes it's a system error, but remembering she saw Han Seol-ah and Cha Woo-suk together, she instantly realizes something is wrong and tells her driver to turn the car around. Just then, the informant sends a timely warning, but Cha Woo-suk can't contact Han Seol-ah. He can only rush to the secret room immediately. But when he gets to the top floor, he runs into a patrolling guard. He's forced to hide in a nearby room, wasting precious time. Meanwhile, Han Seol-ah has switched to recording with her phone. The valuable swapped paintings are indeed hidden here, but just as she's preparing to leave, she happens to see a painting of a family of 3 in the middle of the room. She immediately freezes in her tracks, because that painting is a memento from her father. The scene in the painting is of her learning to draw as a child. And because of this moment of hesitation, Chairman Kim has already arrived downstairs. When she tries to leave, she gets an incorrect password notification. It turns out the entry and exit passwords are 2 different codes. Even after 2 incorrect attempts, an alarm suddenly rings out. But just as Han Seol-ah panics, the password is suddenly entered automatically. Someone outside is entering the password. It's undoubtedly Cha Woo-suk coming to save her. But by this time, Chairman Kim has reached the office door. Her footsteps are getting closer and more urgent. This is where the episode ends. See you in the next recap.